Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Welcome to Target Lock TV. My name is Simon, and with me today I have two guests. Welcome Torbjørn and welcome Jan.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you this evening?
All well.
Yeah, sorry, both of you.
Yeah, both of us. I think we're well. We've all decided what the victors gained today, so I think we're
yeah.
all set.
There's a lot at stake in this game, I heard.
Yeah, and it's a part that doesn't have anything to say today. They didn't they didn't show up last time when we played against them, so.
True. They're not invited, actually.
Yeah. Maybe we should clarify for our viewers that Denmark and Norway bet Iceland to the winner.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
That's how we usually do it, isn't it? And Sweden has a part in it.
No, we're neutral.
Yeah. That would be your way, true.
So let's see, we have two great players today. We have Christian Jespersen and Leif Tangstad. Leif, who just recently last week, I think, took the title of Norwegian Champion.
Yeah, he did. Quite
Well
a good fashion as well.
Well played, Leif. And would you two like to start off with reading out the lists for me, please? Maybe we should start with Christian's list. It's pretty straightforward.
It is very straightforward. Christian is flying Gideon Haas in the side shuttle, which allows him to roll an extra die against damaged attackers with all his ships if they're within range 2 of Gideon, and then 5 set of squadron SFs. So, sort of classic first order, newish first order list. And Christian has been flying a lot of first order in the last 6 months at least. So it's right up his alley.
It's a true first order swarm, which we don't see that often when we see first order. We usually see Kylo aces. So.
It's true. In the current meta, sort of the last 3 months or so, it has mostly been the aces thing, at least the ones that has popped all the way up to the surface. But
yeah.
I mean, before that, people were just seeing a lot of sort of Malorus swarms or Gideon swarms or Gideon and Malorus. But yeah.
Great. And on the other side, we have Leif's list. Would you like to go through that for us, Toby? Yeah.
Leif has brought the old staple of Rebel in Jake, giving him rockets. He's also brought the ace, which Christian forgot in this list, in Wedge. So pairing up Jake in Wedge, which has been seen a lot in Rebels. Also Braylon has made a comeback, you can say. So he will be wanting to get stressed with Braylon to reroll those dice. And he's brought some Z95s and Lieutenant Blount, who's rolling one additional die if there's a friend in the mix. So he's probably gonna fly aggressive, I think. And there's a bandit squadron set in 95 with tracers to get those target locks without having actually had to spend the action. And it's quite funny because Leif is actually flying Rebels today, and I was joking with him in the Norwegian Nationals that luckily we had him fly Rebels, and he kind of won with Republic, so I was almost correct.
Oh well, it's an R faction, right?
Yeah, and they have X-wings, and that's all that matters, I think.
Yeah. I'm really glad to see some C95s to the table here.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Yeah.
That was very judgmental, sorry.
I am.
I think the C95s are fun in Scum at the moment because you can put on proton rockets and the new title that gives them the charge back when someone dies. the Cutthroat, just spam 5 dice attack.
I would say, because Christian is gonna pound me on if I don't say it when he listens back to the stream later, that he usually likes to put a Kylo in the mix in his first order list, but some captain guy told him that he didn't think that was a good idea.
Those captains.
Yeah.
Did you say you had to fly multiple ships, or did you say Kylo not allowed?
No, I was like, I think you need a proper swarm, and I mean, I don't want to lose out on it. It would have been like Kylo 2 and Malorus, or Kylo 2 and Gideon, right? So, yeah, there's just not space enough. You can maybe fit 3 FOs and Kylo and a Psy, I guess, but you need bodies to get the most out of those Psy shuttle abilities.
I think we've been thinking quite the same thoughts when it comes to list building in first order on our side. I don't know about you guys, but I think many people are afraid of the aces, putting aces on table with the meta right now.
Yeah, with things that allows low initiative to reposition sort of mid engagement, then the proposition of bringing glass cannons is not exactly great. But I mean, you can control some of that in matchups. But I will be really interested to see how the list turns out, especially from some of the more experienced nations that have done these kind of team tournaments before.
Yeah. I don't know how much you guys have been looking into the pairing system, but I kind of feel like the guys playing the last XTC has a great advantage when it comes to how you actually make up your list and what's possible to do with the matchup.
Yeah,
the matching. So
I agree. I mean, I think XTC it's a very special pairing system because it's fully symmetric. So. But there's not that many opportunities to do sort of the gotcha of, oh, you put this out, okay, but I'm gonna put this out and now I have some choice, right?
Look at my counter.
Yeah, but you really need to have sort of 2 counter lists.
Yeah, you do, and that's
because he gets to pick which one of them he wants, right? But of course you can then, if you're in the later rounds of the pairings, then you might not have 2 counters anymore.
No,
you might have
as many choices, right? So
might have gone big brained, and every matchup in the last 3 is going to be your super counters. But
yeah.
Have you heard anything about when the groups are going to be drawn?
When they do the pairing, I think they're gonna do it quite soon after the lists are in.
Yeah.
So the lists should be in the 23rd of May, and groups is gonna start 1st of June, I think. So I think there's a couple of days. Bartosz is probably gonna have to check up on how many teams actually in the end. And
yeah, I actually think the groups will be drawn before you submit lists.
After the payment is received, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be done immediately after the final team submission. But that's not list submission, I guess. I'm not really sure. Communication is not. Well, let's just say that I don't think any of the organizers works in public communication in their real life, and that's fine. I mean, they're doing a fantastic job, but it is a little bit confusing sometimes.
Yeah, I think we've all had a bit information too early every step of the way, so we kind of we feel like we lack information all the time, but that's mostly because it hasn't been official yet, and it's been hard to actually give someone the proper information when it's not decided, I think.
I agree.
But yeah, definitely not public relations people running the event, but also it's quite much bigger now than it's been before. I think it's about twice the size that it was the last time around. So it's a huge job, I think.
Yeah, it is a huge job. I mean, I'm not gonna throw any stones in the glass houses since after I organized the Swedish Open, it was it was quite something to handle with all the information that had to go out and the information that went out when it shouldn't gone out, and it's a lot of things to keep track on.
Yeah, and also the XTC this year has been kind of a democracy in some ways, with teams actually being able to decide on a couple of key elements of the tournaments.
Yeah, and it's hard. And I think, I don't know if they usually did that back in 19, but I mean, the democracy get a lot harder the more people you are.
Yeah, definitely.
And especially, I mean, with as many teams, there's nearly 40 now, then you also see, captains stepping out, new captains stepping in, so there's always something happening, and people have joined at different times. So
different information.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's going to be a fun tournament, no matter what, I think, this summer.
I'm looking forward to it.
And I'm kind of interesting to see how much work it's going to be with the pairings with cross-country and cross-continent captains, and actually having to manage 7 guys playing against 7 other guys.
Yeah, I've been playing a couple of international tournaments for the last couple of weeks, and it's not always easy to set up a time slot that works with someone on the west coast of America.
Actually, I'm quite surprised they didn't do continental qualifiers in the end, because that would have kind of made it way more easy to do the qualifiers, and it would match up quite well with the international FIFA regulations that Bartosz and Pifo is actually using for everything else.
What do you mean? Not playing football in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard to get sort of one time slot to match sometimes. Just imagine 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
that'll be really hard.
Let's see. I think we will get some interaction here.
Yeah. Looks like Leif has spread out his ships quite a bit and is going to concentrate it around this middle part over here.
Mm-hmm.
Christian as well is spreading out.
Yeah, but not as much. I mean, right now, every ship of Christians have arc on that poor tracer boning C95.
Yeah, I think Leif is happy that the Tracer Bandit isn't that many points in this list right now.
True.
Let's see how many shots he can take. I mean, every shot on a Tracer Bandit is not a shot on Braylon's Tram, for example.
Yeah, or Wedge by. Also, it's quite interesting seeing where they're gonna engage this first engagement, because Christian has the back arc, so he can kind of just disperse and still have arcs and shoot, while Leif has to figure out how to come back into this.
Which is probably one of the reasons that it's good to spread out a little bit. I just worry that he may have overdone it.
Yeah.
But then again,
maybe not being able to.
They can be very close in a minute when they're done moving.
Yeah. So I think Leif has to get a good engagement here in the first engagement, because he has some difficulties coming back into the fighting, attacking things, unless he's going to go for a Gideon afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing, I guess, for Leif is that both the A-Wings and the C95s they're not really that affected of Gideon's special ability on the table. Because, I mean, by the time they activate on a C95 or an A-Wing, then it's already at 1 hull.
Yeah.
Braylon can really be hurt by it, and I guess Wedge... I mean, once Wedge is to have, then all these SFs are really dangerous.
Will Leif remember his wings, or will he...
Oh yeah, they're closed over there. I was a little perplexed that Leif decided to take first player. So he wanted essentially Braylon, Blount, and Jake to move before Gideon.
Yeah, it did it quite fast as well. I think when I came in, was it just tallied up the points and Leif gave it away. So he
because he had the choice, right?
Yeah, he had the choice. He probably has an idea of why he wanted to do it as well. Might be hoping to be able to get tokens and block Gideon, not being blocked by Gideon when Gideon actually comes in the end.
Yeah, it's true. Once Gideon gets in there, he does take up a lot of space. So
Yeah, and we just saw a coordinate action from Gideon towards Green Zeta Squadron, who took an evade token there.
The one that's got the most concentrated range 1 and 2 arcs.
Yeah.
So. And here Wedge is barrel rolling, so he's probably scared of these guys.
yeah, but I mean, what's Wedge gonna do next turn?
Yeah, that's
Go over the debris cloud and
yeah. He's
guess.
either engage or go over, so might not be that good. I think I would like them to stay and go in on these guys down in the bottom.
Okay, let's see.
go. It's a hit and a crit from Wedge into.
I guess it's the unobstructed one.
Yeah.
One shield, unless he spends the focus.
Also, which of them are unobstructed?
Yeah.
Did you say all of them? All of them were obstructed.
Yeah.
So they
So
just
Might have rolled one. He might have rolled too few dice, yeah.
Oh no, it's Wedge. So it was range to obstructed, but it's Wedge, so therefore he rolled 2 dice.
Yeah.
One less, of course. We know how this game works.
Totally professional X-Wing players.
And which ship lost the shield?
It's the purple.
Yeah,
Pink.
thank you.
Pinky. I think Pink has fallen from grace in this TTS Day of Age. Usually Pink always was the one to survive, and
Yeah, I don't know. What do you say about that, Jan?
I would say that, I mean, I think Christian is probably one of the most active Pink squadrons on TTS. Him and the Silas Beast.
Got a reroll from Braylon and spends.
chat, text chat in TTS sell it very well. Got nothing. Also, it looks like Christian,
Braylon did not spend?
he rerolls.
And save the focus token.
Yeah, so he doesn't spend. That's the other.
I feel like that is a mistake.
Yeah.
On a one agility ship, you want to spend your focus token. I don't know.
Yeah, he probably isn't gonna get shot by his 2 dice gun either way.
So second shot into green. That's the one with double tokens. Only one.
This
Yeah.
dice today.
Spends the evade token there.
Yeah.
Changing target.
Yeah, going back to pink.
Yeah. Probably spends the focus.
You might get focus fired here by all the top guys
Yeah.
if he spends. So
That's at least very conservative not to spend.
yeah, Leif is going the conservative way with all his ships this round.
But I mean, you need to be a little bit extra careful when, well, no, perhaps not as much on Jake, but I mean, once you go into the hull, then the squad becomes really unpleasant if there's still a lot of SFs left. You shoot the bandit, or you shoot Blount.
They can initiative kill the Blounts, and I think maybe green was range 1 of Blount as well, of the bandits as well.
So what? That's 1 hit, and that's evaded.
Going into the bandits seems range 1.
Yeah. Ooh. Takes 1.
So far an even exchange, and Christian is not done firing yet.
Yeah, Christian just started firing.
Oh, it's just range 1.
Yeah.
There we go.
You might kill this bandit with just these shots up here. Maybe pink as well.
Takes 1 hit, or 1 hit to the shield and a crit. It's wounded pilot.
Okay, so now the next one gets an extra die.
So pink probably goes to initiative kill now, right?
I would think so.
Indeed.
He's not going to add a die, or
No, he can do that later.
yeah,
He does that. He makes that decision now.
he's dead.
Go.
I would absolutely have added the extra die. Because the thing is that gaining a strain at I2 is not that big of a problem, really. I mean, you're probably going to clear it
Yeah.
before anybody else shoots. The bandit being actually the only exception. So 2 into Jake. Okay. He's glad he kept that focus.
Yeah.
He's debating whether to spend it.
Or
think
take
it's in.
1.
Yeah, I think you spend it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
The maximum that's going to happen is you're going to take 2 if you're really, really unlucky on next shot.
Yeah. Range 2, 2 on 3. That should be no damage.
Safe.
Safe.
Cool.
Okay, so that's the end of the round.
Yeah, and now the fun starts.
Yeah. So this plays into what I said. I think Leif would have to get a good engagement here for the first round, and he did 1 out of 6 on 1 Zeta, and he lost his enabler in
Yeah.
the bandits.
So,
Now-
sorry for interrupting you, but what would you do in this position? Would you go for the Zeta squadrons, or would you go for Gideon Husk, or would you? Let me put it like this: would you just leave Gideon Husk?
I think in this situation, if Leif goes for Gideon, he's going to lose stuff, because all these Zetas have the potential of being range 1 and having tokens because they fly first, and they're gonna have arc no matter what. If you go after Gideon, you're gonna take the range 1 shot from the Zetas, which is going to be modified with at least a focus. And if you look at the positioning right now, it seems like Wedge has to take this debris if he want to be in this next engagement. And Jake doesn't have all that many ways out after these Zetas move, I think.
Oh, I think what I would do with the Zetas here is actually looking at Braylon, which is perhaps even with Wedge. Wedge has a lot of firepower, but Braylon is worse. So I think I would collapse all my my SFs onto getting a shot at Braylon. He should be somewhat predictable. Doing a blue move next turn. If you can block him, then fine. If not, then still fine. I mean, he will get one range, one shot, and then these 5 SF, if he can get Gideon close enough to also be within the range 2 bubble for all of them, then they should be able to one round Braylon.
Yeah, because Braylon doesn't have the great blues either. He's going to go straight, or he's going to bank one in if you want to remove that stress.
Yeah. So I would probably go for blocking the one bank, but that's a little bit hard because that's where Blount is.
Yeah, Blount is kind of blocking it.
Yeah. But I mean, and the free on top of Gideon. I mean, should they not need to shoot at Braylon because he's already dead, or because he for some reason managed to arc dodge them, then their rear gun will probably be able to catch either Wedge or Jake or Blount.
Mm-hmm.
So like perhaps just like one forward with the front 2, and then I don't know, 2 bank with the others.
So I'm wondering. Leif has the token and not the card up, so he can't reposition with Wedge if he gives him the focus. But I think Leif is scratching his head right now with Wedge and Jake. He hasn't set the dials. He was fast on Braylon and Blount, but he's still debating this Wedge, and what Wedge is going to do might affect what everyone else is going to do as well. Because you have to concentrate on something here.
Yeah, and also the whole of Christian's list is moving before Leif, so he knows that he will be blocked. Probably more than one spot.
Yeah, and I mean, if the free SFs on top of Gideon, if they sort of bank in and put their front arc on Braylon, then if Wedge decides to turn in and stands there with no tokens, then they might just take those rear shots instead.
Yeah.
And sure, one of them is going to be lit up by an unmodded, 4 dice versus only 1 green, but they are chunky enough to be able to take a shot up or 2 like that.
It looks like the players have set their dials.
I just still thinking about this big debris straight in front of him. I'm guessing Jake is gonna go in on one of the guys in the bottom with the proton, trying to find a 2 bank blue or 2 hard blue to get focus. Maybe even giving Blount something before he moves.
Yeah, we
I
can.
can see 2 straight or 2 bank left from Jake.
Yeah.
We got movement.
Okay, so
Ooh.
he's going for Wedge. If Wedge is disengaging, then this game is open again. But at least, I mean,
It's really going after Wedge.
Yeah.
But
Then again, I mean, if Jake is going in between purple and yellow there.
Yeah, but even if he's going for wedge, it seems he's kind of hedging his bets because he's got arc on multiple spots. So no matter where things are going, he's going to have someone range.
If Jake has done a 2 straight,
Yeah.
that's a sad Jake.
Yeah, I think the bank was the correct one, as you said, Jan, here with Jake.
Okay, and Braden got blocked.
And if he's done the bank, he can actually get Braylon off here and give him a token as well and stress.
Oh.
Oh, he went the other way.
Yeah, I mean, he takes 2 shots here.
Yeah, it's a little bit better than being buffed by blue.
Oh.
And Malaris completes.
Is he going to coordinate one of these guys, give him a lock or something, barrel roll off,
Yeah.
evade, or is he just gonna go into blunt?
I'm sort of thinking that he could.
Takes
I don't know
focus.
if it's range 2, but he could almost coordinate the pinky guy, like a barrel roll to the right and forward.
Yeah.
That might fit. Okay. And no shots for wedge. What was... Okay, so this is like a disengage, but it's easier for him to re-engage.
Yeah, but
I
Wedge
guess.
still has the bank and straight as blue, so he's trying to catch Hask next turn. but
Yeah.
it's gonna be predictable as well, going there.
It's gonna take 2 shots, is it? I think.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
Because he's out of arc on yellow.
Yeah, Gideon's gonna take 2, and then the seater next to Wedge is gonna take 1 from Jake.
This is blunt. Throwing blanks.
Lieutenant Blank.
So now he could just go into yellow perhaps, try and strip the token, but opting to go into Hask.
Yeah, I think he hit crit.
Takes 1 shield.
Famous shield, 1 shield a turn. This game is gonna last until tomorrow.
No, it's only
Or-
gonna last until life dies.
Yeah,
42
fair.
more minutes. Jake into red. Oh,
Yeah,
1
so
hit.
Being tokenless is
You know what?
great.
I'm not even sure that's shooting at Jake here. I mean, he has 2 good shots at Wedge.
Yeah, I think you go into Wedge.
Yeah, tokenless Wedge. What's not to like?
What's not to shoot at?
And I guess does Gideon have a Braylon in arc?
He should have an arc, I think, yeah. It's quite close if it's not an arc.
Okay.
Yeah, Braylon's an arc.
By a hair.
I think maybe shooting Braylon is the better call. Yeah.
Probably gonna shoot Braylon with the pink as well, I think, so. Concentrating fire.
Spends focus for 2.
Yeah.
Takes it. Jake or blunt? Yeah.
If you can get those prockets off, it would be.
Hit crit.
That's pretty good.
Okay, we're gonna see it direct.
Oh. Ouch.
What's in the box? Disable
Disabled.
power regulator. Okay, but now... Okay, now you don't go into wedge. Now you finish off Jake.
Yeah.
With an extra die down there.
Range 1, it's a blunt. Three hits.
3 heads.
Spends focus and takes 2 shields.
Don't think Leif is happy at this moment. Leif
I
rolled
don't-
dice, got an eye. Leif got rolled an eye. Rolled an eye, does nothing. And he doesn't have the tokens necessary as to convert.
Yeah.
So on top of his positioning being bad this round, he's also getting somewhat unlucky on dice. And
Hey, he's deciding to go into wedge.
Yeah.
But he could have finished off Jake. Like, it would be like... No, he couldn't because it's range 1, so he wouldn't get an extra die.
2 shields on. Leif is bleeding here.
yeah, I think at this point, Christian isn't that afraid of Leif next round because he has almost all full health on everything.
Yeah.
So, and he's going to have arc on everything next round, unless Leif
So,
loses all ships.
so now Christian is going, nice Braylon you have there. I see you still have 2 shields left. That's the only shields left in your list.
There we
Now-
go.
Everything is fair. No more rebel shields.
Yeah,
No.
that was quite a chunk of points as well. Christian is in the lead by 85-0 right now. Oh yeah,
Also,
we
I
got
don't-
still a ship.
I don't think Leif has rolled a result this round
Nope.
with green dice.
No, but to be fair, he did roll a lot of eyes on green dice. He just didn't have,
Yeah,
have any tokens.
It rolled 1 on each, I think. Yeah.
So do you shoot at Braylon or do you shoot at Wedge here? You shoot at Wedge, I guess. No, you apparently shoot at Braylon.
Spends focus for 1. Oh, result.
Okay, so
There we go.
I mean, if in the normal sort of wisdom of X-Wing, you shouldn't spread out your fire, and I mean, Christian has spread out his fire.
Yeah. He's got everything bleeding.
But I mean, pretty much next time, all of them are 1 shot away from enabling Gideon.
Yeah, and Jake is already enabling Gideon and being ionized after the next round, so
Yeah.
it's
So
not
I
even
guess-
scary.
I
if
guess
he-
you
if he-
just let Jake go now?
Yeah.
And if you are Jake, what do? Do you try to fly somewhere where you might be able to 1 forward and live? Or do you say, okay, I'm already dead. I just want my procket off before I go.
Yeah, I don't know if there's many ways Jake can get out of this because he can get blocked if he goes towards Wedge. And he can't even give Wedge a token because Wedge is stressed. And he could follow the pink to the right maybe with a 1 hard. But he's almost everything he can do here gets him stressed, I think, or bumping something.
But I really like Christian's position. It's only really pink that is sort of in an awkward spot.
Yeah, pink can sloop this turn and just come back if
Yeah.
he really wants.
But he needs to have turned Gideon in because he's sort of really on the edge of that range 2 bubble right now.
Yeah.
So now it might pay for Life that he's able to block Gideon. Like, I mean, Braylon can just 1 forward.
Yeah, but don't you block the 1 forward with blue down here? Or is he going to disengage with these guys going and shooting back arc and hoping Gideon comes after him?
Yeah.
There's a lot of ships that could just kind of disengage, going away with arcs spread out, shooting the range 2 or maybe range 3, and then coming back in with full force next round.
I could sort of see, generally just moving up and to the right. I don't think that is what Christian is gonna do, but it's actually a very good sort of just do a free bank left with Gideon. It's probably red, but I mean, who cares? It's probably not gonna be blocked. And then all the others sort of just move them in that direction and force them to chase you, where you have all the rear guns. But somehow I have a feeling that that's not what Christian's gonna do. But then again, it's been a long time since I played him. We used to play like 2 games every week. He lives very close to me.
Mm.
So I think I have more games against him than I have against anybody else. But we haven't been playing that much here during the plague times.
Oh.
Okay, that's consistent. 1 forward. Okay. I guess that's Bob Lound.
You even catch Jake with that blue. If Jake blocks, get blocked into the red one.
And that's for wedge. And here's the sloop.
Ooh, nothing.
So it seems like he's wanting to stay.
Probably seen that Gideon has to do a flank maneuver if you want to go somewhere.
And there we go.
He did get out of blue, but he's in the arc of yellow still, and pink.
Blount is gonna get a decent shot into yellow.
Yeah, and also might block wedge. Wedge is still not in the game.
Braylon is in a lot of arcs.
Braylon should really be dead this turn. He's in arc of everything except pink.
Yeah,
They
he
might
might.
have. They put up Gideon.
I think Gideon dodged him.
But Christian
they
was there,
did Gideon at the right time. No,
isn't it?
Leif chose
Leif
to be
is,
first
yeah,
player.
Leif chose to be first player. That's right. See, even doubling down, yeah. He gave an of 8 to yellow.
Okay.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, 2 bank out a wedge.
Yeah.
He
Might even
did
get a
not.
shot.
Nope.
Nope.
He should have closed his wings. I mean, this is a bountiful decision tree for Christian, because almost all of them has arc on almost everything.
Yeah, and could
Oh.
kill anything.
1 hit.
I think you don't prioritize shooting at Jake, because you know where he is next turn.
He's gonna be going away from everything almost next turn.
Yeah. He's going to do a 1 forward. You're going to have no ships there, so it doesn't matter. And you just need 1 shot on that.
2 hits.
Into the evaded guy.
Yes. And double evades.
Okay, it turns out he didn't need the evade token.
Yeah, so that's a wasted coordinate action.
Yeah, he could have grabbed the target lock on the edge.
No. Look at this. Rerolls. 2.
That's why you usually do the linked action on the B wings.
Yeah.
Get the focus instead of doing the red maneuvers.
That is.
Oh, 2 evades again. Yeah. Okay, the dice is not helping life here.
Nope.
Yeah, it's usually that way. I feel when you get on the back foot and everything's kind of going against you. Usually your dice isn't helping.
No.
They kind of make things even go faster. But sometimes you're unlucky and you have really good dice when you kind of can't come back. Just hang on for your dear life. Stretching the game 10, 15, 20 minutes without really much hope, I think.
Why did he roll an extra die?
We get to see the Gideon Hask.
Oh, we got 2 evades.
Yeah, but he was out of range of Gideon.
Yeah.
That's why he took the strain?
Well, while you fire at a small friendly small ship at range 0 to 2, so it's 0 to 2 from Gideon. It's not. It doesn't ask. It doesn't ask you about. Yeah.
True, and Jake is just range 2 from Gideon. Okay.
I think he was just in. Yeah, he's just in, just barely.
Ouch.
No, that's not what it says. While a friendly ship at range 0 to 2.
Yeah. Well, a friendly
from
ship,
Gideon.
Yeah, of course.
I'll pop over there because that guy shouldn't be stressed.
Yeah.
I don't think it will change the game. But...
No, but disable power regulator on Gideon. On Braylon, sorry.
Braylon got the disable the damage sensor array.
Damage sensor array.
Jake has got the. Jake's also shot Asni, so he should probably have the token at this point.
They removed the strain.
Takes another 2, and that's a dead Braylon Strap.
Wow, I went away for a second, and what happened? That was just 2 shots?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is not looking good for Leif at the moment.
You don't think it's sufficient that he's taken 2 shields off Christian's list?
Is it 2? Yeah, one on Gideon and one on purple.
I mean, this is we are in risk of tabling country here.
Yeah, we're just gonna put a lot of work if it's not gonna get tabled.
So that's a crit.
Here we see Blount die as well, 2 double crits.
Wow.
Or did he shoot into Jake? Yeah. Christian killed Jake, so Blount and Wedge is still alive.
Next shot into Wedge.
Yeah, okay.
Hit and a crit. Oh. So this might not even go to time today.
Oh no.
Oh no, I mean, when I said tabled, I meant risk of 200-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wounded pilot, is it?
Yeah. Just what Wedge needs. A turn where he doesn't get to have a focus.
Yeah, and he also might even be blocked by blue next round. Just blue turning in and making Wedge's life even worse. So Wedge did the 1 shot. He took the 1 shield off pink, and that's the only shot he's got up until now. And he might not even get another shot if he gets blocked by blue.
Yeah, but yeah, true.
Blount should be sandwiched this turn, in between yellow or angry yellow and red, or he's going to disengage and not getting to shoot again. And Christian's double arcs is going to have shots almost certainly on both blunt and wedge next round.
Yeah, and Gideon can start sort of circling in behind the SFs while they just circle that gas cloud.
Yeah, Christian's played this masterfully. He's had arcs on everything every round, and he's also managed to get his tokens in every round except the bumping down on Blount two rounds ago, I think.
Yeah.
He's using the full potential of the double arcs on everything. I think the only thing taking away from this match from Christian is like you said, Jan, that he kind of spread his fire in some of the engagements. But
yeah, and I mean that was, I think, that was the cost of making everybody have a shot, was to, that he had to spread out really wide.
Yeah.
But it's true. I mean, there was a point where almost everybody was halved, but nobody had. Gideon was active for nobody.
Yeah, could have had another SF and put some stuff on these guys for the point of Gideon this round.
But so right now we have 4 health left on Leif's side. On 2 agility ships. There's a very good chance that next turn could very well be the last one.
Yeah, there's 35 health on Christian's side.
Yeah. But they are so unbelievably chunky, these SF.
Yeah.
And they are rather forgiving to fly because you have 2 arcs to play with, right? So it's very rare that you don't have a shot at anything.
Yeah, and they're still at 6 health in total, and rolling 2 dice.
Yeah.
Every time. So I do kind of think Leif probably in hindsight should have tried and drag the swarm through the obstacles, try and engage on Christian's opposite side, seeing how they came down. Maybe having him spread out or not get tokens. But
Yellow slooping. Okay, I think this is gonna be a little bit of an in-between turn. I think we might have yet another turn. Because Christian is sort of really putting the net out now. Okay, Blount's probably gonna die.
Yeah.
Leif is still going strong with the aggressive approach, meeting them, and Wedge as well is going to be shot. This could be the last round. If Wedge take 2 damage.
Yeah, and he's taking a 3 dice shot.
He's wounded.
Oh, and they actually moved Gideon at the wrong time.
I forgot to open his wings though.
He spent his token instead of the card,
yeah.
so he's not been using the card. He's only having flipped the token. So he actually never closed the wings this game, which I think might have been a mistake up here because he could have barreled and then banked in next turn.
Yeah, he also had a turn where he did the 2 bank and he could have boosted and shot at Gideon.
That was Leif's chance at getting points, but
There's 2 shields on green?
Yeah.
No, not green, sorry.
on blue.
On blue.
On
Well,
blue.
that's just as much damage as he's done the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Two hits.
He's gonna spend his token. Was into
Red.
it was into red, yeah.
Just gonna take them. He wants him dead.
He wants to showcase now. Gonna go for the tabling.
I mean, if he wanted to go for the tabling, he should probably have spent the token. But
I'm not
Now
sure.
there is like 2 ships that is only 1 shield away from giving up points. But I mean, now we're in luxury country, right?
But blue is never gonna get shot again if this continues, and red can also escape going past Blount or
2 hits. Blount still has his focus.
Takes 1.
Gideon is active, but it doesn't really matter because he's range 1 anyway.
and it's range 3 of Gideon, so good.
That's probably
Ooh, double evades.
That's the good dice in the end
Yeah.
part. Maybe getting you another round.
So what do you do here? You take
Yeah.
blue first, and then after you take that shot, you decide whether it's wedge or.
Yeah, I think that's one way to see how focused the player is in the game. If you can identify same initiative ships shooting and actually picking out the ships shooting that only has one target or has target priorities, you will regret it when you kill wedge and blue doesn't have a shot and you could have shot someone else instead.
The hull breach.
Oh, but you shoot at wedge.
Yeah,
He doesn't
that's
have a
range
token.
2.
They have the same amount of green dice, but I mean, he doesn't have any mods, so we can just riffle here. 1 hit.
Ooh, he lives.
He lives. So now they both live at 1.
Yeah.
And they doubled the damage.
So now, from the left side, I think you go with the Pyrrhic victory. Just try and get points on red or blue in some
Yeah.
kind of fashion.
Exactly. This is now. It's not about winning. It's about honor.
No, you should
Point.
K-turn with wedge.
If you win at this point, I think it's written in the stars. Yeah, he could K-turn wedge and perhaps have a range 3 shot unmodified into the
Blue.
the blue, but might actually be easier going for the red one.
Yeah,
Doing
I
a
think you
hard
free
shot.
hard on left, on
Yeah.
wedge.
Yeah,
just
and you
turn
get a token
Blount.
as well.
Yeah, you turn Blount and wedge into to red and try to get some semblance in this game, to get some foothold, some points.
Yeah, so 1 or 2 bank right with Blount and a free turn left on wedge, and then hope you get points off red.
I think it's been quite a while since I seen Leif being tabled at a game. He usually flies something that's it's gonna chug into your list and take some points even if you win or lose. But
this means that Christian is now the Norwegian champion, right?
King Christian,
King Christian.
man, I thought we were done with those Danish kings. It's not
Yeah.
that many kings ago our Norwegian king actually spoke Danish, so
True.
our Second World War king actually spoke Danish. They kind of went and got a Danish prince and said, "Do you want to be our king?"
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really surprised here if Leif isn't going for this red one.
So free. But look, he's actually. I mean, the red one. Yeah. The red one is gonna give him points. I think it's hard to avoid. It's all in on wedge.
And perhaps Blount as well.
Yeah, but that's not that much that can. It's only like. Yeah, okay.
You roll 3 dice.
When he decides to move into the arc, then yeah. Oh, if Wedge gets really close, then Blount will roll 4 dice.
Yeah, 4 dice.
So Red could even die. We might lose a member of the First Order here.
He's gonna give him it. Yeah, going
got
all
it.
in on this.
I was just giving him an evade. Disrespect evade.
And he didn't bump.
No.
He didn't bump. It's perfect. You're dead, Red.
And he's gonna roll for wounded. I think at this point Wedge is quite wounded.
He's stressed. I would be too. If you're wounded and the hull is breached. Okay. Now it would be typical if Leif gets the dice swing now.
There we go.
There we go. Spend all day.
Takes 1 hit and 2 crits.
You could die right there. Then Blount wouldn't have a target. That would be amusing.
Loose stabilizer. And a direct hit.
Okay, it's all over
Blount
for
is
Red.
gonna shoot.
I'm gonna have to scold Christian for his his performance there of throwing away points.
Giving up this Zeta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was quite.
It was for the greater good.
Yeah, I think Christian was going for the tabling and just putting in arcs and doing. But he might as well gone away with Red and tried to preserve his points.
Okay, so that's the only one that only has Blount.
Nothing.
Now we're going to see the dice swing. So Christian's going to roll blanks and everything.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Leif's got 12 minutes to to get back into the game. He's got 16 points at the moment. No, it's
hope he
not
has a little
16
bit more,
points.
right?
Yeah,
32.
let's see. There we
One
go.
thread.
32. There we go.
Bye bye Wedge. Bye bye Wedge.
Goodbye, as they say in Germany.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Loose stabilizer. Yeah, I bet ya. And he still has what? 2 shots?
He's got 3 shots into Blount. Yellow and pink and green.
I thought yellow fired already.
Yeah, of course. Yellow shot first. Correct. So 2 shots. And both of them gonna roll 3
Oh,
dice.
and here we see Gideon active.
Takes 1, and that's it.
Am I wrong in saying that this is the only time in the game where Gideon's ability triggered?
Yeah, at least when he decided to shoot the shot. That
Oh, no, I guess it triggered when I was away when he killed Brayland. No, because it was range 1 shots.
Yeah,
So,
he had range 1 shots and took the range 1 shots instead of taking the strain.
Yes. Anyway, well, thank you, players. Let's see. Shall we move into the players channel and see what they got to say for themselves? Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh,
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I think I'm fine at least.
Yeah, I'm fine. I got points, 32.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
satisfied.
That's
We would celebrate it later today.
Yeah,
yeah, that was brutal.
I'm
we-
gonna go for that gin and tonic. Also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think
was-
that
I was-
the dice variance might have been a bit in my favor.
Yeah,
It's not ice. It's a scrappy flying as well from me. So it's me to blame, not the dice. I think.
The dice weren't helping in the first couple of rounds of shooting. I tell you that.
When I think the dice did favor Christian in the raw statistics, which one should not use. But I think also the token management kind of favored Christians. Christian always had tokens to spend, and Leif had a round where we rolled 6 times, I think, without getting any natural results. Yeah. But you always had a focus in the mix and no tokens to spend on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after the bandit disappeared, I could just keep my focus if I needed. If I knew I had a shot back, and I could take it on the shields, so that also boosted off.
Yeah, it's the bandit. I kind of expected to miss, but if I hadn't missed him, then I could start unblock. But
losing the blocker was not nice. More than losing the tracers, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, Christian, I mean, you're not flying Gideon that well, are you? I mean, you triggered him, once in the game?
Twice.
I was thinking that I could just have brought the courier. He just coordinate those.
Yeah, I mean, you triggered him twice, but one of those times were the one where I went in and called you back because he was out of range.
That was because finally I could use it because there was no damage cards.
Yeah, true.
But he's not there for the gun anyway. And I just talked with Leif during the game that the Gideon might be a trap that you try to take him off because, of course, his added dice is good, but often you tend to be at range 1 anyway, and then it doesn't give you any bonus that way around. So that way around, Malaros might be better because that's a reroll all the time.
Yeah, and you chose to shoot the range 1s as well when you had range 2 shots with the possibility of triggering Gideon. So you kind of can negate the stress by just shooting the range 1 shots either way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There was a game state at one point when Braylon lost the last shields and there were no shields left on the rebel side. But Gideon was not active on a single ship on the rebel side either.
Yeah, exactly. There was a big worry at one point in the game, exactly where I had spread too much fire, so no shield, of course, but still 4 ship at the table at a time. So I was a bit worried in the next round. Luckily, I got some blocks that meant that the shot was unmodified, so that helped.
And we talked a bit about Leif's wedge up in the corner, hugging the debris. What he was going to do the next round, and I think we talked about the foils not being flipped because he could potentially have been barrel rolling out with a focus and coming around if he had the foils flipped.
Yeah, from the Jake focus action.
Yeah,
you can't barrel roll out. Because you're on the linked action, you can only get the focus, so you have to get the linked action.
Oh yeah, you can boost. Yeah, it's the resistance force.
So I shouldn't have been here in the first place. I should be in here.
Yeah, a bit back.
I'm not here. It should have taken a 2 bank and not a 3 bank. Or probably I should have stuck him here with the rest.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Christian, but I think maybe Leif met you at your part of the board game, kind of in your play area down here.
Yes. And it was maybe not intentionally that he should have been bumped, the red one, the one that came behind here, but it was the intention that he was going in slow to cover the hole between these two, because I could see that wedge was coming in this area over here. So the plan was to get 2 to 3 up here, 2 up here, and then Gideon hanging back, and then maybe considering going in here and then stopping before the gas cloud, and then going over in the next round, depending on board state.
Because you have 2 arcs, and you don't care if you're shooting out the back or out the front.
Exactly. That's where they really excel, and also when when the blocker was away, I had all this area for myself. Jake was here, but I moved before him, so I could easily place them where I wanted, and then have the bow tie arc shooting at whatever was in arc.
Yeah, I think after the first round of engagement, you nearly had a shot with all your ships every turn, which is like a huge thing to have that uptime, and having 2 arcs really helped. But you also placed them very well.
Yeah, and even having shots, I think almost every round you had tokens on your guys, unless you opted out of it, and you blocked something, so you shot modded at unmodded dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, I can't really don't have with the B-wing and the Z95 is no ships I can really run away with and try to regroup and start over. You just have to, we will be blocked by these guys probably, and try to avoid that. And that's you can't focus fire on anything because you don't know if he will turn in and use this arc or to go out and use this arc, or because he has many ships, so he doesn't need to shoot with everything all the time, so he can afford to disengage and go around here and
Yeah, and even when you catch these Z95s, they still have 6 hull and 2 dice. So, 6 health and 2 evades. So
Yeah,
it's a lot to
chew through.
Yeah. So just Torbjørn, just call the subs and tell them to get ready.
Yeah, I know.
And,
I know.
if you have already done it.
No.
And,
But
or don't pair me up with this.
Yeah, I think
I can
even losing here, the Z95, the Zeta swarm with Gideon or whatever, it's going to be played by probably some teams because it's a utility swarm. So
anyway, I would like to thank both players, both Christian and Leif. I would like to thank Torbjørn and John. Thanks for being on. And next week we will have Iceland versus Finland, where we got Eil Bjørnson versus Erno Tamelin.
Excuse me, that team is called Denmark 2 now.
Yeah.
They won it.
Oh, fair and square.
It was the prize.
Yeah. So it's Denmark 2 versus Finland. Now I'll have to speak to Gisli about that, but
Don't worry, I'll let him know.
yeah, I guess you will. But we're gonna cut it off for tonight. So thank you very much for watching, and welcome back next week. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
bye everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.